Hi, everyone. This is Eva with the KEYS program at Arizona Western College. And I'm going to talk to you guys today a little bit about self-service, what it is, what it can do for you at Arizona Western College. So let me go ahead and pull up a presentation. So 1 second, please. I'm going to go ahead and share it with you all. Okay. All right, okay, here we go. All right, so understanding self-service. So what is self-service? The self-service system is basically a tool that covers a bunch of different modules that allow Arizona Western College students to plan and to register for classes. Students can also view their financial aid, pay for any tuition and fees that they might have. You can monitor your midterm, your final grades per semester. You can also access unofficial transcripts through self-service. You can apply for graduation. It's a super simple application. And then also you can download any tax forms that you might need at the end of the year. Self-service will also let you know if there's any important information on your account or any holds, anything that you need to be made aware of. So you'll get a little notification there as well. So under the specific student planning section of self-service, and we'll actually get to see this being demonstrated here a little bit later on so that you can see how it looks like on the actual site. So under student planning, you're able to search for classes so you can see what classes are being offered for a particular semester. So you're able to search, let's say you're looking for an English 101 class for the fall 2020 semester. You're able to see what class is available, if it has any seats open, etc. You can create your schedule. So you can go through self-service and select the classes that you would like to enroll in for a specific semester. If for some reason you are on a wait list for a specific class, you can, through self-service, go in and add yourself to a wait list, or maybe if you have a spot that has opened up and you got a notification, you can go in and register for the waitlisted class as well. You can request academic advising assistance, and lastly, you can register for classes. Under the student finance section, you can pay for any fees. If you're owing any money or any tuition, you can also submit payment there very easily. You can view your financial aid information. If you're missing any documentation or there's anything that the financial aid office is requesting from you, you'll be able to view it there as well and submit any documents through a link. Okay, so some additional things that self-service can do for you, like I had mentioned earlier, you can get tax information from it, you can apply for graduation, you can view your grades, you can also get a copy of your unofficial transcript. So you're able to view and download and print that if you need any type of record. Okay, so now let's check it out. Let's see if this link is going to work. There it goes. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and sign in. So this, you would put in your AWC user ID. So it's the one that you use normally, same password that you would use for all of your AWC sites. Let's see. Okay. So today we are logged in and we are using a test account. So we are actually Jose Webreg. So this is how the self-service page. Go for it. All right, so when you log in to self-service, this is the page that you would see. So there's a bunch of different options that we kind of chatted about earlier. So there's student finance here. Here you can view your latest statement and make a payment online. Financial aid, access any forms, information, any award notifications, tax information. You can give your consent for e-delivery of tax info, and if you have done that, then you should be able to view your specific tax forms for that year. Student planning, this is where you search for, I don't know why it's doing that, but here, let me stop moving the mouse. But student planning is where you can search for classes, plan your semesters, and then schedule and register for your chosen classes. Course catalog, so something very important. The course catalog has all of the information of all of the courses and all the college department specific information that you might need. Instead of having like a hardcover or a physical copy of this book, it is electronic and you can access it through self-service. And then grades. So make sure if you're monitoring your midterm grades, semester grades, there's a little tab here that you can click on and it'll take you to it. And then lastly, when you're finishing up your time at Arizona Western College and you're getting ready to apply for graduation, you're able to do so here and click on graduation overview and it'll take you to that. So let's start kind of exploring a little bit. So today we're using a test account. So we are Jose Webreg. Let's see, okay. So here under student finance, so we get a little message here, fall 2020 early registration payment deadline is June 9th, 2020. So tuition and fee charges incurred after this date are due upon registration. Okay, so what this means is that if you register from right now until June 9th, you have that time to pay for your classes, or if you have financial aid, for your financial aid to be processed and awarded. So if you register for classes after June 9th, the expectation is that you pay for your classes that day or that you have some type of financial aid in place. So here, if Jose Webreg would have any money that was owed, we would be able to see. If there was a total amount due, it would be listed here. We would be able to make a payment. And if we click it, see right now it doesn't give us anything because there's no account balance to pay. So, okay, let's go back. So under the specific semesters, you would be able to click and it would give you more detail as to what the charges were for, if you got any specific, if you had any payments that were posted, et cetera, et cetera. Okay, so let's go back to the home page. Okay, all right. So under the financial aid tab, okay, so Jose Webreg has no financial aid data at this time. If you did have financial aid information, it would pop up here and you would be able to see if you had any awards, if you had any missing information, any forms that you needed to complete and submit. Okay, so let's go to student planning next. So these two, the tax info and the course catalog, I'm not going to go into because more than likely there's probably not going to be any information here for Jose Webreg. Course catalog, let's see. Okay, so you're able to search based on specific areas. So let's say we wanted information on history classes. Okay, so that'll give you all of the history classes that could potentially be offered at Arizona Western College. It gives you the description, the number of credits, if it's general education, any prerequisites needed before taking this class. It also tells you semesters that it might be offered. So for example, if I knew that I wanted or I needed to take History 241, this is very important to note that it's offered during the spring semester. So I want to make sure that when we go into the student planning portion, that I take that into account and that I don't plan this course maybe for a fall semester because more than likely it's not going to be offered. Okay. Let's go back here. Okay, so student planning. Student planning is, I don't want to say the most important section of self-service, but really It kind of is. This is where you're able to see your progress. So depending on the degree that you're following, the plan that you have, if you click here on go to my progress, it will tell you exactly where you stand, how many classes you're missing, and give you a snapshot of your actual progress. So we see here that Jose Webreg is following an AA in psychology sociology. He's completed 5 credits so far, okay? So if we scroll down, we can see that he hasn't completed any of the major requirements, right? So 0 of 2 major requirements completed. So the first major requirements section are listed here: required courses, Psych 101, Psych 270, 281, 290, Social 101, Social 230, and Social 240. So all of these classes are in red, saying that they're not started. Again, the second departmental requirements are also not started. So he hasn't really done much so far in this area. Here, if we go under, we're starting under the Arizona General Ed curriculum, the AJK. So we're looking at freshman composition, where we have English 101 and 102. So it looks like Jose Webreg plans to take English 101 in fall 2020. So the term 2020/1 is fall. So he hasn't, let me see if he's registered for the class. We'll be able to see right now. It seems like it's planned. So let's click. Okay, so it says this course is planned. Okay. Let's try and go back. Okay, so I think this is either the computer is freezing. Okay, so it's just a little bit slow. Okay, so let's go back to the progress screen. Gotta love technology. There we go. All right. Okay, so let's see if he has anything else that's planned or started. So everything is in red, and it has all the different categories: arts, humanities, social and behavioral sciences, physical and biological sciences, the additional courses requirements. Let's see. Okay, so he has another general elective planned down here, which is EDU 200. Okay. All right, so now let's help Mr. Jose Webreg plan some courses. Okay, so we're in the plan and schedule area here. We're going to plan some classes for the fall semester. So it looks like Jose Webreg was thinking of taking, English 101. He hasn't picked the section. So we can go in and pick sections right now, but let's add another class. Let's add we can search for Psychology 101, because that's one of the major classes that he's going to need. So here we'll be able to add the course to the plan. So So it tells us a little bit of course details, maybe a course description of Intro to Psychology. There's the class is 3 credits. We know that Jose has to be eligible for English 101, which he is because he's planning to take it as well. Completion of reading 121 or appropriate reading score. So we're going to select the term, which is fall 2020. Okay, we're going to add it. Okay, perfect. So let's add one more. Let's go with Sociology 101. Okay, so same thing, we're going to add the course. Select the term, which we're going with fall 2020. Okay, so now let's go back to student planning. Okay, plan and schedule. Want to make sure that we shift over to the appropriate semester. Okay, here we go, fall. So we see here that there's a lesson planning that has been planned. So this one has a little alert message here that says EDU 207 or instructor permission must be completed prior to taking this course. So this means that we won't be able to add it through self-service. Like it usually needs some type of permission from an instructor via email, and then this would be done directly with maybe the records office. But for these 3 classes, English 101, Psych 101, and Social 101, we can go through with the registration process. So, okay, so he has already selected a section that he wants to potentially register for English 101. So we can see here, it has like a little snapshot, 3 credits. The instructor is Dr. Ellen Reek. The course is offered full 16 weeks, so 8/17/2020 to 12/11/2020. There's still 7 seats available in the class. So, and the meeting time for the class is set for Tuesdays and Thursdays, 9 to 10:15, and it is at the Yuma campus. So now let's view some available sections for Psych 101. Okay, so the neat thing about self-service is that it allows you to kind of see how things are fitting in on this calendar view so that you can go ahead and plan your schedule for the specific semester. So we know that Jose Weber is potentially taking English 101 Tuesday, Thursday, and then this EDU course on Mondays and Wednesdays. So we want to make sure that the classes that we select for him are not conflicting. So I'm just going to pick this 002 class. So we go through, and it says right here, Monday, Wednesday, 7:30 to 8:45 at the Yuma campus. So we click on it, and then we want to add the section. And it's going to take a couple of minutes, hopefully not too long, to update. Okay, there we go. So there it appears. So now we're going to go down to Sociology 101, and we're going to view okay, so we see them pop up. So let's go with this one, the 002, that it will be a nice transition right after the English 101. Let's add it. Okay, it's updating. All right, so here are the planned classes. So we can go through, and if his registration period would be open, we would be able to click on register now. When a class is fully registered, and let's try it and see what happens, see if Jose Weber can register for classes right now. When a class registration is processed, it's going to change color from the yellow that we see here to green. So that kind of tells you that you're good, you're in the class. Okay, so perfect. So we were able to get into the 3 classes. And then of course the EDU 200, it's giving us kind of like a little message that we need instructor permission. But Jose is enrolled in Psych 101, English 101, and Social 101 for the fall semester. So it tells us up here that, of course, EDU 200, that didn't work. And then also a little alert notifying us that a payment is required to complete registration. So pretty much making sure that financial aid is in place or that some other arrangements are made, okay? All right, let's see. So if we go back now that Jose is registered for some classes, let's go back to that progress screen that we were seeing earlier where, you know, nothing was kind of, he wasn't really in anything. Let's go see how that looks. So let's go home. Student planning. And we're gonna go to progress to kind of see how these new changes are reflected. Okay. All right, so perfect. So now under this first section, we see that Psych 101 and Social 101 are registered. And English 101 is registered as well. Okay. All right. Perfect. So here, I'm just going to click on the grade tab, but you know, it shows the fall semester that he's enrolled in, but there's no current grades. Once the semester progresses, there will be midterm grades available here, and then final grades that are going to be listed. Okay, perfect. So let's sign out. And then I'm going to stop this share and then go back to the PowerPoint. Okay. Let's see if I can do this. Okay. Okay, so pretty much that was a brief overview of what self-service can do for you. Again, if you have any specific questions or want more details or more of a one-on-one, maybe degree-specific tutorial on this, you can definitely request an appointment with one of the KEYS advisors, and you can do so by going to our website, www.azwestern.edu/keys. There you will find a link to book an appointment. So, but that's it. Thank you so much for tuning in.